Not only just a dwarf, a motherfucking stone burner.
A stone burner.
That's right. Stone burner.
Isak, what is the story around the campfire these days?
Slam a mug of ale with him. You have no problem slamming down that ale. It's watery. It's a little warm. You could do this all day. Isak slams down his ale right about the same time you do and says, "There be crazy shit going on. Weather's all erratic like. Seems like there's a lot of bandits running around. I hear the caravans coming through saying they're being attacked. There be dark times coming." 2 more ales show up.
17.
You slam yours. And he goes to slam his. And he chokes. And when he chokes, I mean, he coughs up enough that he actually throws up. You know what, Brighid? You haven't out-drank this dwarf, but I can't do it after throwing up right now. Take my money. Just take my money.
Wow.
No, I don't want to take Isak's money. It's good to see an old friend.
I tell you what, if you ever run into your old friends that you traveled with back in the day, you share this with them then. And he wipes a little bit of the vomit, not all of it, out of his beard, and hands you a small, like, tobacco pouch.
All right.
Okay. Share it with your friends. Don't tell them that I threw up in a drinking contest with you. I'll never live it down. Be careful out there. It's dangerous. Wait. Before I leave. I know my breath stink, baby. It's just a little vomit.
God.
But I need to let you know, there's an area called Lance Rock. If you're going to be traveling around, I saw a sign out there that said something about plague in that area.
Ants Rock?
Lance Rock. It's a little bit south of here, I think. Yeah, south. And he burps again, and it's kind of a burpy burp. Oh. Stay clear there if you have to. It seems like whenever I was coming in, I passed by it, but it was at least 200 yards away from where I was at on the road. So there was plague out there. Be careful.
Okay.
Okay, Hugor, who is watching the whole contest go down intently, my passive perception is 19 at this point because of the feat I took. I wanted to watch and see who the big winner was, who everybody that was gambling on the contest, who came away with the most gold. Actually,
at that point, whenever that happens, it's kind of forfeit.
Okay.
Right, he choked. He was willing to give up his money, but, she was cool enough to give it back.
Okay.
No one here is throwing around gold. It would be copper bets and stuff like that. If you're looking for a mark to pickpocket, I can give you one.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Go ahead and make a...
You realize I don't like bullies.
Well, right? Go ahead and describe what you're doing.
Hugor is scoping the room. Like I said, he was trying to find out who was betting big, observing the situation, see who's flashing money around in the room.
You see a guy belly up back to the bar and slap another guy's shoulder, and he's talking, and he's got his coin purse exposed. And he's like, I told you that stupid stone burner, he's all washed up anyway, man. He's all talk. And, he's got it's not bulging, but he's got a pretty good-sized coin purse on him. He would be your mark.
Okay, what I'd like to do at this point, I'm going to use my message cantrip and message Talia. I'm going to say, Talia, flare, follow me, go to the left of the fat guy. We've been around each other. We know each other well enough at this point that she knows the flare is to act like she's trying to do a trick real quick, like light her hand and accidentally make it flare. It's kind of a flash and go, oh! Kind of step back as a distraction.
I can't do that. I don't have that.
What can you do?
Mine's all attack, dude. There's no flashy, bangy stuff. If you want me to do something, I'll cast a thunder wave in the room.
You don't have cantrip?
I don't have cantrip. I can't. Yeah.
You don't have like a...
But everything I take has to be
Prestidigitation.
a vocation or abjuration.
How about you walk
Okay.
by and giggle
No.
or something?
I've got
you know?
this. Don't worry about it. He knows what flare is. Flare is me using minor illusion
Okay.
to cause something to happen.
Okay.
So, my other cantrip, I'll use minor illusion, basically.
Okay. How about this? A mug, a stein, or some kind of ale mug, tips over. When it tips over, it
Gets their attention.
their
yes.
attention because of all the shit that that gets on them, and that's whenever you can make a pickpocketing roll or a sleight of hand. And I'll resist this contest.
I get a 17.
Okay, you get it off of him. Do you do it with your own hands or the mage hand?
I use my own hands.
Okay.
I slip in, basically put my one arm around the furthest guy to my, so out of the two guys, it'd be the guy on the left, the furthest guy. So the last guy around, reach my hand around him real quick, just kind of reach him, give him a hug. Oh, that's a wasted drink. Let me buy you a drink, sir. What are you drinking?
No problem. So you do that. You lift the purse. Go ahead and just put commoner's coin purse on your sheet right now.
Okay.
You get that, and you buy them a couple drinks. There, you can tell just by the feel. There's at least 3 gold pieces in the purse, and then some random like silver and copper.
I bring out just a couple of the random silver.
Yeah,
Throw
no
them
problem.
pay the drink and tip.
Okay, and you walk out. So as Hugor gets up and from the bar and is getting ready to walk out the door swings open, and there's a teenage boy huffing and puffing and says, "Hugor Hill, right?
Yes.
Ah, okay, found you. Constable Hubrick is going to be at the conference room on the 3rd floor on the east side of the Swinging Sword. And you and your people are supposed to go talk to him."
Grab the guy's hand real quick. Hold on, son. Show us the way. I use my message cantrip to message Talia.
Everybody's close enough that they heard that.
Okay.
All
You
right,
can still
girlie,
message her if you want.
it's time to go. And I start dragging her by the elbow.
I'm gonna go ahead and down the rest of my drink and slam the mug and
Awesome.
Show us the way.
The runner shows you the way. Go up to the 3rd floor. There is a private conference room that has an oval table, and the oval table seats probably 6 to 10 people. There is trophy heads, deer and that kind of stuff in here. It's very lodge-like, if you will. At the head of the table is a bald, short man. I would say he is in his mid-50s. Okay. And nondescript. He's not wearing armor or anything. He's wearing normal clothes, although it's of higher status. Whenever the kid opens up the door and says, "Go in," he stands up and he welcomes you all in. He says, "Welcome. I see you made it in a timely fashion. I'm Constable Hubrick. I'm glad you're here. And you, Master Dwarf,
Right?
you look familiar, but I don't know from where. I don't know. Doesn't matter. What I do know is that you folks are here for business, and you have a purpose."
I reach into my belt and pull out the wanted poster. You've seen him.
Have a seat, folks.
Roll it back up, put it back in my purse, sit down. Purse. Put it back in my purse, my man purse.
Yeah.
The door, does it open into the room?
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, Talia's gonna stand where that way the door opens, she'd be behind the door, just kind of stands against the wall.
Not a problem. The runner is still, this happened pretty quick, the runner's still at the door. And he says, "Billy, do me a favor and go down and get the Tillerman kids. Go get them. They should be over at Lauren's Bakery at this point. Go get them and bring them over here." "Okay. You got it, Constable." Off he goes again. He slides the door shut, or closes the door, and then you guys are seated. He offers you, there's like wine, which is the equivalent of water. Nobody drinks water at this period. So, offers you just some normal wine that's there, and says, here in Red Larch, we've had some issues. Things are starting to get weird. The weather's getting weird. I think you've noticed that probably in your travels in. Banditry's on the rise. We knew about the exploits at Wave Echo Cave. We heard about the glass staff getting away.
Hugor's face sours a little bit.
And he looks at you, Hugor, and says, I know you have a personal investment in this Master Hill. Understand that's why we sent a copy of the bounty to you first. And my associates, high-ranking members of the Lord's Alliance, out of Mulemaster and out of Waterdeep, have upped the bounty. As a favor to you, I had that sent early. I'm giving you guys a couple days jump.
We appreciate your kindness, my sir. And as you've heard, our deeds are well known and traveled. We're ready to take on this challenge. We just need to know where to start.
Well, that's where this is going to get interesting. There's been talk around town, and talk usually gets back to me in one form or another. A lot of the militiamen that we have are laborers and, farmers and such. So word gets back to me that there's an area nearby called Lance Rock. Lance Rock is a local landscape monument, if you will. The rumors go that there was a dragon flying over with this giant rock that he had taken from the shoreline and had dropped it. And it's a giant marble stone when everything else around the landscape is like sandstone.
Selfie opportunity.
Right. It's a giant ass rock that's, I think, it's like at a 60-degree angle, about 25 feet out in the air. These kids that I have requested to show up, they were out with their grandparents and they saw some interesting things, or they saw something interesting, and I'm waiting for them to show up so we can get the information straight from them again. Not to mention, there's a dwarf warrior running around town right now, last name's Stoneburner, and he had mentioned that there was a sign or something that's plague area. That doesn't make sense.
He says Stoneburner. I look over and give Adar a glance.
Hey,
Just a glance.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. They're a pretty big clan. Yeah, wild sort.
Not as wild as a fire fist.
They're hill people from what I hear.
So are mine.
Okay. Okay. I'm Master Dwarf. I'm not going to get into splitting beard hairs over who's the wilder. What we need to have done is I need Lance Rock investigated immediately. If it's not this glass staff, then it very well could be a plague somehow started, and we need to know ahead of time so we can prepare for that. Glass staff was spotted here. It took you guys a while to get there. That's out of game. It took you guys a while to get there.
Mm-hmm.
He was spotted coming through here not a couple weeks after Wave Echo Cave was opened up. So he had been hiding out somewhere else and then made it to Red Larch. He'd been spotted here. I'm a member of the Lord's Alliance. I knew who he was. We tried to get the militia assembled to get after him, and he just evaded us. Check out Lance Rock, come back after that, and talk to me. Bring him back alive if you can. Dead will be all right too.
I prefer him to be dead.
Do you have a map of the area? Explain what you just did.
Brighid taps her head,
And smiles.
smiles. Got it right up here.
All right.
I know.
Well, he gives you the direct